So in this next layer, I'm deciding what color I want to add to the top there, and I went with white. Here I'm just adding a strip of white. And then I'm deciding how far down I want to carry this next swipe layer and which colors I want to use. So the gold I take there is a 24 karat deco art. And this is a light green that I mixed up, kind of a mint color. And so I'm about to do a strip of the gold, I think. Yeah. And I like this gold because of the cells that it gives. And then I'm thinking I want to try fading upwards the colors and tones of the greens. I do make this mint green color. I tried a little bit and I end up not liking it. So I'm going to just cut off here and I'm going to fast forward a little bit because I don't want to take you through me putting this all down and then scooping it all back up, which is what I do. So there's a little quick shot of the green. You can see it's way too light for this layer this time around. It needs to go in the next layer after this. So yep, I'm about to take it all out. That green is still on the canvas at this point. I had worked a little ways down the canvas with it, and I was adding a little bit of light turquoise blue color as well. But at some point, once I see the blue, I really didn't like it, and that assured me I need to take what I had there off the canvas. So I'll stop here. And here I am just wiping it all off and leaving the gold because that part's okay. So here you can see I started testing out some different greens. This is a light phthalo green, and it was just pretty much the same as the color I had just scraped off. So I'm experimenting here, and eventually I decide to just go with the regular phthalo green, and because I'm using the white swipe, I figure that will lighten it up as much as I need it to, and the gold added in will just make some nice lacing. So I'm just at this point experimenting right here. Here I'm just doing some of the green swipes, and I'm sort of shaping them into the designs that I want, and that's really what I do going all the way along now. I just shape, and I use my palette knife and a cloth sometimes, or a paper towel. I wet it. You can see me moving the palette knife, and I take out areas that I don't want, and I put back areas where I think it needs something back in. It's a lot of back and forth. Now I'm just sort of swiping some paint upwards and trying not to get myself a hard line with that top ridge of paint. So I tend to sort of push that top in and pull it upwards just to sort of smooth it out and give a base for the next layer that's going to go on later. But you can see here I'm swiping and I'm shaping the next. I guess I could call these icicles. I'm kind of have this sort of icy look in mind. So I'll take my fingers here and remove some, push it around and shape it the way I want it, because I'm doing it over a dried canvas, so you can't make any messes. Just have to be sure to go in with a rag and clean out any paint area that's might be sitting on the dried canvas that you don't want there. So at this point I am done this layer and just waiting for it to dry now. Pretty much what I've been doing is a layer a day. Let it dry, do the next layer, and the next layer will be coming up. Alright, I'm just making sure it's level and I'm ready to go. It's all nice and dry now. I'm going to put on another layer, number 5. Again, not quite sure. I think I'm still going to do another layer after this, so I'm just going to start about halfway. So this next layer is going to start with white, and I have mixed up a lighter gold shade this time and a much more of a minty green color this time as well. So I'm going to start putting those colors down and swipe away. Here I'm just picking a few spots to put this minty green color because I don't want it to overwhelm all the green that's already there. So I just want a little bit of the color to show up just here and there, which is my plan anyway. So got across the canvas with the swiping. At this point I'm just carrying some of that white swipe line upwards and just adding some more white to the top of the canvas just to sort of smooth it out and get it ready for the next layer of swiping that I plan to do. Okay, layer number 5. So this layer is dry. I'm facing it this way now. This painting could go either way. Anyway, I'm going to work from this end now so I don't have to reach way up there. It's easier to swipe in this direction anyway. Alright, so this is dry and I'm going to add my last layer, I think mostly white, maybe a tint of, I'm not sure. I have to see how things look, how I scoop stuff off as I go. So I have flipped the canvas and I have talking away here, but I'm going to do the voiceover and just explain that I'm going to put some white paint down. You can't see the first couple of inches of the end of my canvas here, so I'm going to be swiping a little bit, and you won't see that, so I'll cut that out. I have a mixture of a much lighter gold. I added a little bit of gold, like a dust glitter, just um, just to help add a little bit of extra sparkle. I don't really want to turn it into a glitter bomb here. I just like a little bit of effect of the sparkle. So I sprinkle it onto the white paint I'm about to put down as well. So I'm going to fast forward to the rest of this, stopping here and there to let you have a look. I had to get up for a second, and I came back and saw that I thought the camera was looking like what you were seeing was super, super bright and wouldn't be able to see anything. So I flipped the camera around to the other side, and I don't know. I don't know if it made a difference, but now you can see this end being done. And obviously I have decided to put the bottom all in white and just swiping up a little bit of that gold, and I have been sprinkling as I go just a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of this stuff I'm undoing here. It's a really fine glitter dust. So here I'm just removing any kind of lint and things out of that white area, and I'm doodling a little bit. And I'm pretty much done at this point. I will decide once it's dry what more I want to do to it. Okay, the last layer. I decided to do white with just a little bit of even a lighter gold. You can see I added a little bit of glitter dust in there, just very, very fine into the white paint. So yep, I went in and added one more layer with a little bit of gold swiping added in, so the bottom has a little more gold now. Really nice cells, and that gold is just floating beneath the white, and I covered up some of that glitter. It was just too much. So now there's just the odd little speck of glitter showing. So I am finished, and on that far right side you'll see a new area of dark right against the edge there. I didn't think it looked balanced, so I wanted to add in some dark. So because I added the dark on that side, I went to the left side here and added a little dark area there as well. Other than that, I might do a little bit of outlining and maybe with some Posca pens or something, maybe still some more paint, just to outline some of the details. Other than that, this is the final piece. Thank you so much for watching.